Did just use it. Right. But here we are, Unforgiven now getting dived by Razork.
TP coming out immediately from Niski. The dive is on, but the barrier available for Unforgiven. It survives for as long as he can, but so clean, as you say, from Fnatic. They might go for a redive here. I think Kaiser is unable to remount. No, he's managed to get into Niski. Ilsang looking for a little bit. No one tanking the tower right now. Razork can step forward. Niski with the stun card. They're waiting, they're waiting. Razork didn't tank when he took the stun card. That 3, Razork will die in the end. And Lyoya is here, dives onto Hillesang, but can't do too much. That was so well played by Razork not to tank the tower as he took the stun card.
Fnatic with a very clean dive in the early game. It's exactly what they were able to do against Misfits, and you just punish this Yuumi lane. There's very little that she can do to stop these dives from happening, and it came off the back of Razork with the early path towards bot, Upset and Hillesang forcing all those summoner spells out. The pillar getting Unforgiven's flash. Basically, Mad had no tools to stop Fnatic from getting this dive.
And it's the same formula we've seen them have so much success with so far. And I really love the jockling coming through as well, because quite often you'll see a team mess it up. You'll see them panic just a little bit when the teleport starts coming through. Not Fnatic this time around, and I love how they just weighed out Niski with a stun card here, because easily one could have stunned out or started taking aggro, then he would have been stunned. That's not the case. Niski does have flash.
And Lyoya here as well. They're looking for stun card onto Humanoid. Humanoid can flash away. Lyoya trading with Razork, who does have that lethal tempo. Lyoya, though, stacking up the Conqueror as quickly as he can, is able to help his mid laner escape what could have been a sticky situation.
Push off. Who will go for the first base? Humanoid now moving up towards top. The ping already coming down onto the Twisted Fate. They've made the call. Can Niski respond?
Wonder looking for the needle work here. Armor trying to trade in with those Infernal Chains. Razork walking just past the wave here. Still only level 5. Destiny was popped by Niski. Razork knew that he couldn't take that trade any further if there was an extra man, a supplementary play. As Armor looks for the flash forward. World Ender coming out as well.
Oh, clutch!
Oh, Razork! Oh, what a play by Razork!
And while it's not as crucial as it was earlier, it keeps happening, and it keeps being Razork really just being a band-aid for some of their players here.
And you just hark back to, you know, spring when people were talking about him as the weak link. Even the start of summer, people looked at him and said, he's not at the caliber we expect from a Fnatic jungler. And the amount that he has leveled up and the amount that he puts this team on his back in the early game through playoffs has been phenomenal.
And you have to throw some criticism towards Armor here, because he had information on where Razork was, and the play was incredible. The pillar was perfectly placed. A dive in the bot lane.
Upset cleansing away here. Unforgiven, though, healed up with the zoom. He's hit a tank very low. Razork here in time has the subjugate, puts it down, takes the tower, and that is another one over to Upset. Make it 2 as he slays the cat afterwards.
They just continue on the either, even though he's playing the Sin 2. There's a Rift Herald currently in the inventory stopping that. Armored, no flash from earlier.
Razork might look for this, the pillar of a possibility, but Armor is able just to walk away with Niski on his way up. Destiny coming out. Wonder's going to have to try and use the outplay button as he puts down the Hallowed Mist and escapes from that gap.
And that's one of the reasons why Gwen feels so happy whenever she sees a Twisted Fate picked into her. It's so difficult to set it up on her. You can try and chase Razork down, but Humanoid will be around in the mid lane, and now it's his turn to see if he can get any plates. And Lyoya is around the vicinity if he wants to cover. Razork still spotted here.
Razork can just fight this, though. There's no reason not to.
Niski has flash, locks the gold card, gets one stun off. Razork's still on the chase, though. Red Smite's going to go down, and this is not good for Niski. Subjugate is ticking.
Might just die.
Red Smite, Subjugate, is it enough? Not quite, as Niski walks away. 7-1 scoreline that they are currently falling to. Razork trying to get the fight down towards this bottom side. The tidal wave going in. Unforgiven, able to spell shielded up. Razork exhausted, but he's still very healthy as Lyoya joins the fray. Unforgiven, Razork just turns it back into him. The Destiny coming out, and that might be a little bit too deep from Razork. He will get shut down. Niski takes him. Upset dodging to the side as well. The Cullen coming out, but Lyoya tanking that for days as he gets his first kill of the game.
A big overstep there from Fnatic, but they're not going to be too upset about it. Look at that. Mid lane tower secured. I believe that just after the 14-minute mark, so the plates were still secured there for Fnatic. 4K is the gold lead. And we often highlight kill participation as a big highlight for Razork in particular, just because of how involved he is with the kills. And right now he's going to involve himself in some more.
Tidal wave coming in from the backside. The stun's going to land onto Niski, and he's already down. Upset looking for Unforgiven as well, and he wins that 1v1. A 2-level advantage to the gale force forward is enough. Lyoya trying to do what he can. Kaiser dodging in and out. Armor forced away. The Rift Herald charge can come in, but perhaps Fnatic are looking to beat their own record from earlier in the day. Armor healed up just a little bit. Rift Herald charges in once again. This will be the inhibitor tower down. The inhibitor next on the menu. It looks like Fnatic are going to back away. They won't take the inhibitor yet. Only 18 minutes on the clock. Riptail charges in. Actually looks like Mad Lions might look to give this one up. No minion wave here means that Riptail's not going to be stopped. Will Armor cull it, or will they just let the Sivir eat these super minions?
That's exactly what's happening right here. They're saying it's still very much early in the game, even though the Riptail inhibitor goes down now. We will have super minions coming through. Baron won't be up because into a potential Sivir.
Let's have a look back at this play. The Herald gets dropped and the flank comes in from the top side, or above the tower rather. Really good ultimate from Hylissang to kind of force Mad Lions underneath the tower. The stun lands from Humanoid to set up for the culling from Upset, and then Upset just finds the 1v1 kill against Unforgiven. A massive level advantage means that he just tears through the opposition. And Fnatic find themselves a clean fight, once again looking dominant against the Mad Lions.
And of course, Shelly does get that last charge. They're just going to back off afterwards and still see if there's loads of other plays to be had on the map. For example, they still haven't taken care of a single outer turret on the top side yet. So for Fnatic, they get the extra pressure to play around with the bot
position
side.
Here is Mad Lions, but right now they are just retreating, just foregoing their towers as Fnatic raise them to the ground. Culling coming out, Niski flashes away, pops the stopwatch, but in the gravity field with a tidal wave on his way, that Tsunami finds its mark. Razork trading its 4 off towards the top side. Wonder trying to come in from the side as well as Razork will go down. Elyoya takes him. The chase is on, and Hylissang as the Sonic Wave is flashed away from Upset, though still has a lot of damage here. And Wonder has the flank position. Needlework going in, only lands onto one. He only has one item so far, and Wonder actually may have overstayed his welcome a little bit as Mad Lions try and collapse. The Infernal Chains lands. Wonder not pulled back, dodges the Sonic Wave as well somehow. Darking Blade from Armators. Upset now the one to advance to step forward for Fnatic with the healing and the shielding from the Yuumi. It's just too much for Fnatic to deal with. Elyoya on the longest flank doesn't have the kick, doesn't have that Dragon's Rage. Still lands, tries to land the Sonic Wave. Kaiser going in, the shutdown going down as the Victors taken out of the fight. Wonder next on the menu as the Sonic Wave hits once again. The TP coming in as Niski tries to join this fray. Upset trying to get away as well, and he is dominating. Another Sonic Wave from Elyoya, but instead they'll just take out Hylissang. Elyoya dives underneath the tower. They're looking for Upset as well with the Destiny coming in, and Upset will fall. The shutdown to Niski, and what a fight this is for Mad Lions. Wonder survives. He takes down one, but Mad Lions found exactly what they needed.
And just while that, they finally pick up the team fight. But look at the base, that's the big one. Had Humanoid not gone down, they could have just TP'd in, and they will get at least one of these Nexus turrets, I believe. Yeah, there it falls. So despite it looking great for Mad Lions, the fact that
for Mad Lions, but they're still losing something off the back of it, and it's a play that they kind of have to make. Fnatic punish Niski for overstepping solo in the top lane. Humanoid has monstrous damage, but Razork is split from his team. He thinks he can win this fight, but he doesn't have the sustain, and he ends up dropping. The kill goes over to Elyoya, and then the fight really kicks off.
Yeah, and it just continues here. You can see Armored still has to reset on the ultimate. That's really what it sparks. And I think for Wonder, this is the overcommitment here. I think if you can keep Mad Lions up here and just threaten the fight, not really go for it, then really the pressure you have through the bot lanes become way more important.
And then look at the positioning here from Upset. He does get hit by 1Q, but he's really just playing on the edge, making sure that he can continue to dish out damage wherever possible.
Moving up forward, but they finally connect with the Q afterwards from Armored, really solidifying a kill on towards Humanoid, and it's looking great. But Mad Lions, all they're doing here, they're just stalling. They're waiting for Niski to come through with that teleport, and that's why they're playing it so much delayed in terms of what they could go forward with.
They know that the ultimate also comes through from Niski there to make sure that they can get this tower dive. Props to Wonderby, still being able to get the kill onto Unforgiven there.
He puts the Everfrost down. Gold card comes in, lands a stun in the Hallowed Mist. Sonic Wave onto Humanoid as well. You have to look to see where Elyoya can get up to the backline, but immediately Mad Lions are split onto two fronts. Blast Cone away, Elyoya can dash across the wall as well, but there's a tower here. They might just have to tank it up. Mad Lions are going to do exactly that as Razork and Humanoid coming in from the side. Upset, oh, almost got the damage down. They turn it back around onto Humanoid. Armored has a Kaiser on his shoulders, and Humanoid's down as Unforgiven takes the kill. Razork next on the menu, and once again Fnatic overstep, Fnatic overstay, and Mad Lions pounce.
They're looking to continue the dive. The stun lands onto Upset, and he will drop.
The cleanse is just not enough. 4 more kills to Mad Lions. And say what you damn want about this team. They are not going quietly into the night.
Yeah, Mad Lions.
Elyoya has the kick. Razork's on the triangle. He might break the cake as he could blast cone in here. They're looking for it. Razork flashes in. It's secured by Elyoya. Humanoid now. Hex getting behind them as Razork should be the first to fall in this fight. He's somehow surviving with the subjugate with the tidal wave. And Humanoid's on the backline. The Chaos Storm. A storm, a tempest for Mad Lions. They're locked in the pit. And Humanoid has locked them in there with him. Elyoya trying to trade onto Humanoid. Trying to do what he can, but he just can't do enough. The Hexgate won't save him. Only Niski survives as Fnatic rout them in the river.
Mad Lions, they get the Baron, but it's only on one member, and what a team fight coming out from Fnatic while Razork does not get the steal. He remains alive for so long, you can see it. He just moves back towards the Baron pit here and waits for the rest of the team to deal out the damage.
I can't believe how long Razork lives here as well. The subjugate as well, coming out the last second. Oh my god, he just barely survives with an Unforgiving, doing so much damage on the backline, getting that kill onto Upset as well. And then Humanoid, there's nothing Eljoya can do. He's trying to lifesteal, but he just doesn't have the energy. There's nothing that he can do.
Drake started up. Now, you don't want to be the one tanking this one. Does damage across your entire team. Eljoya looking for the long flank, but he has been spotted on that ward in the Tribush. Armor stepping forward onto Wonder as well. Razork and the rest of Fnatic backing away. Wonder and Armor trading here. Wonder down to half HP. Level advantage for the Mad Lions top laner. Eljoya, they know he's there. They know he's in the vicinity at least, and he is spotted out. He now dives into the pit with the Sonic Wave. Looks like Wonder's going to back and then TP back if he needs, but already they've caught out Razork. Final chapter coming out to subjugate the heals though. Armor very low already. He's pulled the world ender as Upset looks for the backline exhausted. But Unforgiven, Upset just takes him out. Niski next on the menu for Upset, and he will not be denied his spot in Malmo. Upset finds 2, he's looking for 3. Eljoya slowed. The TP in behind them as well as Humanoid looks to cut them off. It's Wonder, in fact, Armor forced up to the top side. Wonder's going to chase Eljoya down towards the bottom side. Armor trying to do what he can with the Darking Blade, but he just doesn't have the healing. He doesn't have enough. Kaiser locked up. Fnatic clean him up. Only Eljoya stands.
The Quadra is delayed, but it is a Quadra nonetheless. Upset in the final moments once again comes up massive. He has the Nexus in his eyes, and he is looking to secure Fnatic top 3 in the LEC.
20 playoffs and 12 finals. Fnatic don't want to stop there. They're looking for number 30.
And they ramp up for it. Rogue waiting for them.